I'm going to show you this, guys, start to finish, so you guys will see. And you guys can fast forward through it if you want to. You just lay it in.
Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. Today what we're going to do is we're going to talk about something that I have found that I think is amazing. Now, I wrote here, couplings show weakness because first things first. So I'm going to say this right now because I want you guys to remember this. I've said this before in my videos. Couplings show weakness. Now, to me, if you have to put a coupling in a pipe, I mean obviously you have to every 10 feet. But if you can get away with not putting couplings in, you're better off. They show weakness to me. Just like if you're in the trade now and you're watching this, and you're running rigid conduit, you guys know what an apprentice coupling is. If you do, leave me a comment down below. Tell me what it is. What is an apprentice coupling? Now, in my opinion, when you're running PVC pipe, if you can get away with less 90s, less couplings, the better off you're going to be. Bell ends are your friend. Having said that, there is this product that I'm going to show you guys that I think is amazing, guys. Now, I've used this several times and with very good outcomes. Now, I'm going to show you what it is real quick. I could only wish that I invented this, but unfortunately I didn't, and that is this right here. All right, this is called the Bender's Friend. Now, these bend 90 degrees for your PVC pipe only. So it goes up to 1 inch, 3/4, and 1/2 inch. And let me tell you, there is a learning curve with this. See what I did there? A learning curve. But for real, there is a learning curve. And let me tell you what it is, all right? There's several things. I'm going to hopefully take this out very shortly, maybe in a couple of days on a job that we're doing. And I'm hoping that I can record this now. Anyway, I hope that we can do that. Hopefully there'll be a second part to this shortly. And blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you, the first time that I used this, I was bending 3/4 pipe, and it's going to be very, I use a hot dog heater or a, like a little oven, which you'll see in the video if I use it. And when it heats up, it heats past the radius of your 90. So when you lay this down, the 90's correct. But the part sticking out here, you know, out here in space, well, you got to make sure that stays level too. So it's best sometimes maybe you can put like a T-square or a piece of wood, like a 2x4 right up against her, so the plane just keeps going straight out, because if not, you can get your other parts either end a little cattywampus, and nobody wants a cattywampus piece of pipe. If you use this, like I'm going to show you, it's worth its weight in gold. Plain and simple. All right, this is made by Racketeers. It has changed the way I feel about it, because I have, now, when I say this, don't get me wrong, I'm going to be like, oh, you're not gluing them right. I've had 90s come apart in the ground because sometimes, and if you've been in the trade long enough, you know, if you glue two pieces of pipe together, sometimes it feels like it's not really, you know, binding good. And it's no fault of yours. It's more like the manufacturers, but you do your best, right? You glue it together and you hope it stays, and you pull it and make sure it stays, blah, blah, blah. Usually it does, sometimes it doesn't. But with this, you can eliminate that 90, because with the 90, you need two couplings, right? Because if you're getting a factory pre-bent 90, which is never truly 90, all right? I mean, let's be honest with each other, guys. If you get that, all right, you eliminate two couplings. And what does couplings do? They show weakness. So, I am going to hopefully do a really hands-on video with this, I hope. Like I said, we're doing this job in actually it's about a week from now. And I hope that I can take this out and show you guys how this works, because it is just truly amazing. Until then, I will see you on the job site.
All right, guys. We are here on the job site. I'm going to show you guys how you bend this thing. I figured I would do it in real life, like I mentioned before in the video, how I want to come out here on a real job and show you. Now, luckily, we have the use for it today, and I thought, no time better than the present to go ahead and put this thing to use. So let me show you. We're going to put these conduits in the ditch. I'm going to show you how this bender works. I will leave links down below into my description on places you can get the bender-friendly bender. This thing right here, I'm going to tell you what I think about it is, if you're on a job like we are, we didn't buy a single 90 because this thing, to me, is way better. I've mentioned it before in many of my videos. Couplings always show weakness. This is the best way to go because there's no chance of it ever coming apart unless you cut it. So, you know, like I said before, you know, it's better, in my opinion, to run a 90 straight if you can. And with this thing that I'm going to show you, which is right there on the ground, we got our bender heating up right now. It's so much better. Like I said, you know, the only way they'll come apart is if you cut it apart. And you don't have to worry about it separating, you know, for the dirt, you know, settling over the years. And I'm sorry about the microphone. I completely forgot it today. So just deal with the audio. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting this heated up. My buddy's here. He's going to help me. And we are going to put it in, and we're going to bend it. I'm going to show you this, guys, start to finish, so you guys will see. And you guys can fast forward through it if you want to, or not. It's up to you. But this heater right here, you know, it game changer. I have a heat gun, and I've also used a propane torch, and there's really no chance of the, well, there is a chance, I guess, of you scarring your pipe up with like a burnt mark. But you just keep rolling it like he's doing. All right, we have it where it's super wiggly, and this is 3/4. We're doing PVC. We're going to put it in the bender friend. Look at that thing. You just lay it in. Push it down in there. And then pour the water on it, which we got a bucket of water here from the river. And he splashed it all over. Can't edit that one out. You just dump it on there. And that will cure your 90 from being wiggly. When he takes it out of there, it will be ready to go. And that, my friends, is the perfect 90. We're going to do the 1 inch also. All right, we're going to start with the 1 inch. Here we go. We're going to heat. We call this the hot dog heater. And for you guys that are electricians, if you guys are watching this, you guys know that sometimes this will heat your food up and keep you warm all at one time in the wintertime. All right, I'll bring you back when we're done here with heating this up. All right, she's heated up. We're going to put her down in the 1 inch slot. This will do 1/2 inch, 3/4, and 1 inch. And you'll see the 1 inch here in just a second. It's obviously pretty hot, so Homer Simpson there. Oh yeah, that's pretty. And that will seal the deal right there. All right, and that's our final deal. But there it is. It's done. I recommend that thing highly. If I have a link, like I mentioned before, I will leave it down below. And you guys can pick it up. It will help my channel, obviously, if you use my links. This is what it's called. It's from Racketeers. Not sure if it's on Amazon yet or not, but if not, I recommend getting it if you do a lot of PVC, especially if you've done it long enough. You know that those damn 90s come apart, and when they do, it's a world of trouble then. All right, if you want to see how to bend PVC with a torch, I have a video on that. Look right here and you'll see it coming up. I'll catch you in that video. If you like what you see, make sure you like and subscribe. God bless, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a great day.